Our guest for the final segment of this session is Tina Woolsey, the Harmonizer. Ayurvedic wisdom for modern times. Tina is a clinical Ayurvedic specialist in internship at the California College of Ayurveda. She came to Ayurveda through yoga. She's been carrying a weight that she did not see and was unable to diagnose until the purification benefits of her yoga practice led her on a personal journey of inquiry. As she learned more and felt better and better, asthma disappeared, sleep improved, addictions alleviated. Today, she offers Ayurvedic constitutional and lifestyle analysis for treatment, prevention, longevity, and vitality. Traditional Ayurvedic therapies such as Abhyanga, massage, Shirodhara, chromotherapy, I apologize, nutritional, I'm really tired, I apologize. Nutritional therapy, yoga therapy, sleep therapy, and energetic therapies are customized to the needs of the patient. Specialties include anxiety, depression, addiction, ADD, ADHD, trauma recovery, fertility, sexual wellness, insomnia, clarity of purpose, anger, grief, and rejuvenation. Her website is ayurvedaforall.yoga. Please welcome Tina Woolsey. Welcome, Tina.
Thank you so much. My name is Tina Woolsey, and I'll tell you a little bit about me before we start. I'm 53 years old. I've been practicing yogic and Ayurvedic practices now 13 plus years. Before I had these practices in my life, I was out of balance and I didn't know it. I was carrying a load I would not have recognized because I never knew a sort of difference. And yet I identified as a high energy, good feeling, motivated person. But something happened. A yoga studio came to my neighborhood. I was, around 40. And I quit the gym and I started practicing yoga before I had ever even taken a class. Something about this studio drew me to it. And it was an Iyengar studio. I started practicing Iyengar yoga and I loved it. And I started to see things. I started to feel different. And I started to see, a lot of things. So the more I practiced, the better I felt. And this began a journey of personal inquiry for me, which led me to the larger umbrella, which is Ayurveda. What is Ayurveda? Ayurveda is a 4,000-year-old ancient Indian healing wisdom. So yoga is just one part of Ayurveda. In the West, we look at broad-based, generalized health prescriptives. Ayurveda helps us to understand ourselves very deeply. And when we come to understand our elemental makeup, which is totally unique, no two of us are exactly alike in mind, body, spirit, then we're able to recognize what is harmonious for us and what is not harmonious for us. We have a Prakruti and a Vikruti. Our Prakruti is our original elemental makeup as it appeared at conception. This is our perfect balance before we experience any imbalance. This is our Prakruti. So we all have this unique doshic elemental makeup. That was perfect at the moment of conception. We seek to come back to our Prakruti, which is a bliss state. So we can absolutely treat imbalance, which is Vikruti. Perhaps we've had a life experience or in a climate or, I've got a little pop up here. Or maybe we've taken foods that are not harmonious for us. We can refine balance. The body, the mind, the spirit want to self-heal. We just need to create the conditions for self-healing. In Ayurveda, we have concepts, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. These are body types. The Vata body type and mental tendency would be petite, irregular, possibly sort of bird-like, maybe a more coarse hair. This is Vata, an air and ether disposition. Vata person, when they're in balance, will be neither a follower nor a leader, a person who takes on many things like a butterfly. Vata person out of balance might have a hard time completing things, might be overwhelmed or anxious. We have the Pitta, mesomorphic person, body type, and mental tendencies. This person is a leader, strong executive function, gets things done, strong fire, big, strong, fiery appetite, zest for life. Pitta out of balance moves to judgment, anger, hot emotions. And then we have Kapha, which is the more round, heavier set body type. Kapha dosha person is a natural, loving, devoted follower in balance. Out of balance, Kapha can be clinging, materialistic, can also move into sort of barter type tendencies. So we have these three basic concepts, which also translate into types. But when we consider each cell of the body has components of Vata, Pitta, Kapha, digestion has components of Vata, Pitta, Kapha, and we as individuals have many components of Vata, Pitta, Kapha in different proportions. This creates our uniqueness. We also have prana, tejas, and ojas. Prana is life force. Tejas is fire, digestive fire, enthusiasm, motivation, purpose. And ojas is resilience, strength, immunity. This relates to glutathione in the body. So in Ayurvedic analysis, we look at the prana, the tejas, and the ojas. We want to bring them into balance. Prana out of balance can look like anxiety or overwhelm. Tejas out of balance can be hot emotions or anger or intensity. And ojas, if it's deficient, will mean that our immunity is going to be low, and we might have a low contentment level. We have three pillars of life that is a foundation for wellness. There's a saying in Ayurveda, if diet is correct, medicine is not necessary. And if diet is incorrect, medicine will not work. So Ayurvedically, my hope would be to create a lifestyle for your uniqueness that supports your prana, tejas, ojas in balance, that supports your dosha combination in balance. We do this by understanding the nature of the patient, the nature of any imbalance, and also the nature of the treatment. And we use opposites. If there's an imbalance due to cold, we use warm. If there's an imbalance due to mobile, we use stable to create harmony. So this is very powerful information, because when we use this very time-honored, accurate wisdom, then we can live our full Ayurvedic lifespan of 125 years. And also we have the opportunity to prevent and treat disease. They say the soul whispers and the ego screams in Ayurveda. We can listen to the communication of our body, our mind, and our spirit, and make appropriate choices so that we can live in harmony. So I had mentioned that I was out of balance when I found yoga, and it is amazing the changes that can come into a person's life through these practices. These are lifestyle practices, they are therapies, they are self-study and wisdom. So for example, my lifelong asthma is gone, healed completely. The overwhelm that I would often experience is manageable now. I would say I experience that very, very, very rarely. And there is treatment, herbs. I love herbs. When I feel a little bit of overwhelm, I can jump in with my herbs. Now, Western medicine, while often necessary, can come in like a hammer on a symptom and has oftentimes negative side effects. Ayurvedic therapies, we go to the nidana, or the origin of any imbalance. And that way we can actually, really address issues from their sourcing. And these whisperings of the soul, we learn to live in clarity so that we can really hear the information that our body, our mind, our spirit are giving to us in every moment. And so we can take necessary action. Okay, the therapies. We use color, sound, touch, diet, aroma, and the benefits for digestion and immunity of using these daily therapies. Really understanding their elemental makeup, understanding our own elemental makeup, and taking responsibility for the life. We believe that we can create our life, create a beautiful life, and manifest our balance in our life. We begin with the 3 pillars of life in treatment, moving from gross to subtle. So sleep, diet, sexual energy, the right sleep for your doshic combination, for your unique needs, the right amount and the right type. Also diet and sexual energy, very customized so that we can keep a nice, bright digestive fire. Digestion is a powerful tool, so relevant for this time of transformation. In the time of COVID-19, we have offense and defense. Offense is maintaining balance, including a strong and balanced digestive fire. When the digestion is balanced, the mind is balanced. So this is our first step in healing. And when the digestion is balanced, we're not producing ama. When food goes undigested, then it moves into the bloodstream as ama and relocates and can actually progress into a Western disease name. By maintaining digestion, we are really taking a strong action of self-love in maintaining our offense. As a defense in this time where we must be very mindful to protect ourselves, we use oil, sneha, as love for daily oil massage. Literally, massaging the entire body with oil before the shower. Now we have a layer of bliss, protection, resiliency as a defensive mechanism. We have nasya, oils for the nose. This is a beautiful way to deliver herbal medicines to the mind. Very, very, very powerful practices that can keep us very empowered and safe. The mind-body connection. The mind absolutely reflects the body, and there's huge opportunity to create a sattvic mind. We have ideas of tamas, which are ignorance, heaviness, muddiness, lack of clarity, rajas, which is disturbance, irritation, and sattva, which is purity, clarity. As we purify the body and use our practices to purify the mind, more and more sattva can enter our system. This flow, this spiritual flow, is incredibly energizing. This is beautiful energy, and we all, this is an equal opportunity situation. We can understand ourselves, use our elevated knowledge to come into balance and allow spiritual flow to move through us, which is a very beautiful thing. So this is an opportunity for both prevention and also for treatment, because we are designed to self-heal. We just need to create the right conditions. So I do not consider myself a healer. I consider myself a clinical Ayurvedic specialist. I merely share my experience and my knowledge, and we work collaboratively to create a life that supports ultimate harmony, ultimate vitality, ultimate clarity. And like a lake, a muddy lake, when we have that clarity, things simplify, and the quality of life is improved. The vibration is raised I believe we speak vibrationally. And as we raise our vibration, we attract on a different vibration. So this too is also very powerful. If anyone would like to join my Facebook page, I'm on Facebook, ayurvedaforall.yoga. I have a group. I have a website, www.ayurvedaforall.yoga. And I will also give you my email. If you have any questions or you would like me to offer your complimentary tongue diagnosis. The tongue is actually a great diagnostic tool. It is a roadmap for the digestion. I would be very happy to meet you and give you your complimentary tongue diagnosis.
Why don't you give us an example right now?
Oh, absolutely. I would love to. Who would like to have a tongue analysis? Do I have a volunteer?
It's pretty awesome, everybody. It's pretty amazing what she can decipher. She's gotten really good at this. Anybody having challenges you want some answers to? She's almost a doctor in Ayurvedic medicine.
I would
I
love
would
to.
take it.
Linda?
That was Karen.
Yes,
Lynn?
it's Karen.
Karen? Okay. Go for it,
Hi,
Karen.
Karen.
Hi,
Nice to see you.
you too.
Do you feel comfortable? You have an issue, or you would like to have a tongue analysis, or both?
Both probably, but I guess
Can we
the tongue analysis.
Let's share the screen, Vicky.
Yes, what happened?
Share the screen.
Okay, I share the screen, Sheri.
He's going to.
Okay, thank you. I'm afraid of pushing a wrong button.
We got it.
Okay, great. Yeah, it is wonderful if anyone has any issues, just to share and witness the Ayurvedic approach, because this is such practical wisdom and it speaks to everything in the lifespan. Okay, Karen, do you feel comfortable extending your tongue? Let's see what we have here. Okay, I'm going to make
Vicky, can you make Karen's image larger, please?
Wait, I pinned her. Okay, stick out your tongue, Karen. And, I know it's hard not to shake your tongue.
Okay, thank you. So I'm seeing quite a few things. I'm seeing a little bit of alma. You have a little bit of alma on the base of your tongue, at the back of your tongue. So the back of the tongue relates to the lower GI tract. So this is the vata region. So the colon and the large intestine. And we have a little bit of alma there, which is telling us that there's some undigested food. So possibly you have a digestive fire that is variable or that is a little bit sluggish. How is your appetite?
My appetite is good, but I have diverticulitis. I had perforated diverticulitis about 2 years ago, and I still have a lot of issues.
Okay, Ayurveda would be a wonderful opportunity to really work with digestion and seek the nidana, the origin, and heal. I'm also seeing some redness in the periphery of the tongue, which tells me that you do have that heat, and you're telling me that that's a consistent, strong appetite. And then we know that there's some ama moving through your system, especially in the large intestine and the colon. But you have some heat in the organs as well. We see that in the redness in the periphery of the tongue. I see that you are digesting your food, but that excess heat might be creating a little bit of inflammation for you, which is a good time to jump in. So the analogy I like to make is a pilot light. We might have a pilot light on an enamel stove, and this might not seem like excessive heat. It might not even be uncomfortable. We might even leave it on. But over time, over years, that enamel will crack due to that light, that little bit of excess heat. So if we're carrying too much heat, we want to be very mindful to bring that into balance. bring that inflammation down, because this can be very depletive to the digestive system. It can be very depletive to the organs. We can burn through our mucous membranes, which line the GI tract and the organs. So, gosh, that would be first order of business, working with those 3 pillars of life, really fine-tuning that digestion, really fine-tuning the sleep, and then energy, managing the energy. Because, when the fire is too hot, then some things are going to happen. We might have some hot emotions on occasion. We might have some intensity. And then as the organs are depleted by that excess heat, then we have a lot of movement, because the protections are gone and there's excess space. And then that movement will fan the fire even more. So this is how this type of situation can feed itself. And then ultimately that fire, might burn itself out. So gosh, time to, we want to look at everything. Tongue is just a piece, but I think the opportunity for you might be Rasayana, rejuvenation, rebuilding where there has been depletion, and also managing that fire. You said you had some issues. Would you mind sharing your issues, or would you be interested in sharing your issues?
Sure.
Okay.
I had a perforated diverticulitis, I guess it's probably 3 years ago, that I ended up in the hospital for 5 days, but they couldn't do surgery because it was too inflamed, and they would have caused more issues opening it up, because I was becoming septic. I was this close from being totally septic. But since then, they said they preferred not to operate, but I've got a lot of scarring, I guess. And I do have a lot of issues with eat. I have to be very careful with what I eat, how I eat, when I eat. Certain things will make me very, and I haven't pinpointed what they are, but there's certain times where I will just be vomiting for no apparent reason.
Okay, you brought up some incredible points. One is how we eat. Gosh, a Big Mac eaten mindfully will be more nutritive than a really beautiful sattvic meal that's customized for your Prakruti, with a scattered mind. So the mind is a very powerful digestive tool. And if we're not able to digest our food, there might be many reasons. One might be a kappa imbalance, and gosh, undigested food would contribute to that. And vamana, which is a purgation, is an Ayurvedic therapy that can be beneficial in clearing that excess kappa, when appropriate. There's a cleanse process called panchakarma, which cleanses excess dosha from the digestive system. It's a very powerful and beautiful treatment that can be done in the fall or the spring. This is a great opportunity, but in this instance with the diverticulitis, I would very much love to fine-tune the digestion. And once that digestion is strong, the immunity is stronger, and the sensitivities are fewer and more manageable. And most importantly, we want you to receive the nutrition from your food. We are not what we eat. We are what we digest.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much for volunteering. Tina, thank you so much for this wonderful sharing, this wonderful wisdom that you're bringing to us. We have a door prize to give away, Tina.
I do.
That's your Prakruti and Vikruti analysis, valued at $175. We're going to ask the folks in the room to put a number from 1 to 100 in the chat, and we'll ask you to select a number between 1 and 100, perhaps write it down on a piece of paper. And as soon as all the numbers are present, we will take a drawing and see who wins your session.
You can either write it down or you can tell us in a couple of seconds when we close out the timer. Whatever it is, it is. As we are winding it down, let's let you guys know. We have Xavier Xavier Fry is going to be presenting his own musical performance to close out the evening on our full moon lunar eclipse ceremony event. This is his own music, and I'm so excited to hear it. So whether you want to stay or not, and we're going to close it out, you can chill out and close it out and put on your headphones and relax. And we'd love to thank everybody for being here. I just had an awesome time, didn't you, Victor?
Absolutely. This is wonderful, and this has been a learning experience for all of us on a many levels. And for our wonderful presenters like Tina, thank you very, very much. And also for those who are hanging around, I opened up with a guided meditation, including a poem that I wrote in 1989, and I'm going to repeat that poem after Xavier does his performance.
So before we do that, so you put your poem in the chat. Is that what you said? I'm
going to put my poem in the chat, and then I'm going to share it live at the end of the evening.
Beautiful. And
okay, so let's do a countdown.
And also,
10. I'm sorry.
Before we stop, in case you guys check out, just letting you know that we made this available for you guys because it is Small Business Saturday. Don't forget to support us because we are all striving to stay alive during this pandemic to keep our doors open. And since we cannot have our doors open, we brought our doors to you. So I want you guys to realize that we have created a virtual business, a store, a model, a business, a frame, a foundation for you to walk in and experience everything we have to offer without leaving your house, driving, putting on a mask, or wasting gas. We are making it really, really easy for you guys, okay? So if you really appreciate this, just send us a little donation. It's the bit.ly link /love donations, period. Thank you. Thank you. And Galaxy, I don't know who Galaxy 12 is, but I'm not going to allow them in at this point. So let's close this out. So let Tina do your raffle.
And I just posted the poem for those who want it.
And we want to thank everybody for being participatory. Tina, where are you, girlie?
Okay, 10.
And okay.
Here's the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, Tina.
Just choose a number?
Yes, number between 1 and 100.
Okay, I choose 6.
6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, stand by.
What did she say?
6.
6?
I was gonna pick that number, but I didn't think I could. Put it in. That's so funny.
It looks like the closest we've got to 6 is Allie with 12. I don't see anything lower than 12.
Fabulous. Wow.
So Allie wins.
Sweet. Wow, that's beautiful.
And Allie, what I'll ask you to do, we're going to have you join Tina privately, and she'll exchange information and set that up with you.